Changes made by the Federal Reserve may boost up inflation data, making it look better than it actually is. We're getting signs that not everything is well on Wall Street. Here with us now, Doug Flynn, founding partner of Flynn Zito Capital Management. Hey, Doug, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Kelly. Thank you.
So how big of a deal is this that the Fed is changing how it counts inflation?
I don't know how much that impacts everyone on a daily basis. I think what they see are the gas prices as they drive around. That sort of impacts them. Their rent and all those other expenses that they see are probably more impactful than a number that comes out of the Federal Reserve they may or may not pay attention to. But we do expect the inflation rate to come down also this month, just because the gas prices have come down so much over the last couple of weeks, and the last number we had much higher prices in there, so that's going to impact the headline number when it comes out very soon.
Do you think the people who have been complaining about inflation will see the change and feel better about how they're doing?
I don't know. That's it's a good question. I think that people really just don't focus too much on the number. Whether it's a couple of tenths of a point higher or lower. If your individual circumstance is such that you just are paying more for food and groceries, and lower inflation doesn't mean that prices go down. It just means the rate at which they go up is a little bit slower. So no matter what, even if inflation is 1%, it's still on top of all the numbers we had before. So it always feels worse no matter what the rate is.
Yeah, it's more about how folks are feeling it back home when they're checking out at the grocery store, when they're at the pump, things like that. Now let's turn to the stock market, where the Dow's record-breaking record seems like it's slipping. So what's impacting the markets there?
Yeah, there's definitely a bit of a tech sell-off. I mean, a lot of that AI and those tech companies had an amazing run in the last 6 months. And so, that is going to come off a bit. But what we're seeing is actually a good sign, because the Dow has made some records. It hit 53,000 yesterday for the first time. And it was just a couple of days ago across 52,000. And so those all-time high records are great. And they're coming even though the tech and other areas are sort of coming down a little bit. And what that's saying is that, and this is the healthy part, is that other sectors are doing well, like financials and healthcare and industrials and just old-fashioned blue chips, not just tech, because everything was tech for so long. And so it makes sense if that's coming down a little bit, but you have to look deeper than that. Is it affecting all areas? And in this case, it really isn't. It's going to these other areas, which is a good sign. So broadening out is what we call it, is a very positive sign as that money moves to other places in the economy.
Well, Doug, we'll have to leave it there for today, but thank you for your insight. As always, Doug Flynn. We'll see you next time.
You bet.